Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob and this is Vintage by Jacob. If you're new to the channel or you don't know who I am a full-time online reseller of vintage and basically any type of clothing I can get my hands on and resell online. So I'm a full-time reseller. I sell primarily on the Poshmark app, and that is where I make my full-time online income, like year in, year out. All my paychecks come from the Poshmark app and my reselling business. I also just booted up my Instagram page. You can check it out here. My handle is at @vintagebyjacob_. I'll leave a link in the description as well. But I am having a ton of fun making and curating content for that page. I'd like to go check it out. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. It's at @vintagebyjacob_. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, you need a little rundown of what I do here. Like I said, I am a full-time online reseller of clothing. And I'm a business owner, so I just take you through my day-to-day practices as a business owner and show you all the ins and outs of what I do. I have different vlogs, like what sold videos, tutorial I'm getting into my business, what's selling, stuff like that. I also have a ton of other really fun videos that are basically meant to entertain you and educate you at the same time. I just did a $10 fall outfit challenge, so that was a lot of fun. I went to the thrift store. I had $10 to create a full outfit. It was a hat, shirt, jacket, and pants, and I did it all for under 10 bucks, so that was super fun. Go check out that video if you're interested, and I have a ton of other really fun and educational videos like that. But yeah, now that you know a little bit more about me, let's get into the video. I actually said this in my previous videos and actually my most recent video that sales generally have been up for me, and primarily that's because it's going into the winter time, so higher dollar items such as jackets and sweatshirts are starting to move a little bit faster than they typically would during the summer. But I have had record weekend sales and weekly sales, and overall business has been fantastic for me, so I'm super happy and proud of all the hard work I've been putting in. But as you can see behind me, I actually have 20 orders I packed up today. So I had 20 sales throughout the day and night that are getting ready to ship out today. I just got done packing them up. I'm super excited to get them out to the people who purchased them because I think they'll be extremely happy with what they're getting. But yeah, it was a super good day. So I just kind of wanted to take you into my previous day of sales, show you some of the more, I guess, high dollar items. I actually did not do a total amount of revenue for these 20 items, but if I were to guess, it would be somewhere between $300 and $400. So $300 to $400 in roughly 24 hours. Not a bad day. So yeah, like I said, things are going super well. I'm gonna take you in, show you some of the notable items that I shipped, some of my favorite items that I shipped. And just to give you a little in-depth on what's currently selling for me right now and probably what's selling for a lot of other people, basically just to educate you on the market. Alright, so the first item I'm going to show you guys is this one right here. I'll be leaving pictures throughout this video of the items that have sold so you can see firsthand what the item looks like. So when you're out in the thrift, you can look for similar items as well. But here's the first one. It is actually a vintage button-down Western style pearl snap shirt. This is a checkered one. It was a really cool pattern, and honestly, I've said this before and you've seen some of my previous videos, I pick up Western shirts every time I can. Typically the Wrangler ones can demand more money. This one was on the Plainsman tag. It was not a Wrangler Western button-down, but nonetheless I got $12 for it. In my local area, I don't know about everybody else, but I live in central Minnesota. I can pick up these like every single time I go to the thrift, and they sell super fast and super good, and I can pick them up for super cheap. So this one was only a couple of dollars, and I sold it for 12 bucks, which isn't a ton of money, but making $10 profit here and there adds up super fast. Alright, so my next favorite sale was actually another button down, and this one was super cool. Check this out. This is a Arctic Cat snowmobiling button-down shirt, and it just looks super sick. I love all the different like patches and embroidery on it. It was just a really cool button-down shirt. It was like a racing style shirt, Arctic is a snowmobiling company. They make snowmobiles. It's a really big thing here in Minnesota, obviously, because we get a ton of snow. So snowmobile culture is very vibrant here. So I can pick up a lot of really cool snowmobiling merchandise, and it always sells really good. I got $22 for this shirt, and I picked it up for little to nothing at the thrift. So I would say there's roughly $20 profit on this item, which is super good for me. So that's why it was one of my favorite sales. I think the item is super cool and the profit was fantastic. All right, moving along, I sold this Harley t-shirt. This one was really cool. I thought it was a really cool Harley t-shirt. It was like aqua blue. The graphics were super sick. It didn't really have like the iconic Harley styling that a lot of the Harley shirts do. This one was from the early 2000s. And I got 15 bucks for it. I accepted an offer for it. I had it listed for more, but I figured, hey, I wasn't into it for very much. That was a great offer for me. I think the buyer's gonna be super happy. They got a super sick Harley shirt for a decent price. And yeah, I think if it was a older one and it had like the black and orange, like iconic Harley classic styling, it probably would have demanded more money, as other ones I've sold in the past have. But nonetheless, 15 bucks. It's always fun selling Harley t-shirts. I love being able to source them in the thrift. And I think the buyer's gonna be super happy, and they can make some sick outfits out of this t-shirt. Right, next up, I sold this Justin Bieber t-shirt. You can see it right here. It's a super cool t-shirt. It's actually like the old school Justin Bieber, kind of right after he cut his hair from that like swooping like teenage heartthrob cut. And yeah, I just think the graphic on this shirt is super cool. It's just like a transition era for Justin Bieber, and I actually got $18 for this t-shirt, which is super good. Into it for not that much. So yeah, definitely a great sale. I think it's going to probably a Justin Bieber fan, which is really cool. I'm happy I can support that movement. But yeah, another t-shirt. Let's move on. Alright, next up was one of the more high dollar sales. It actually wasn't the most high dollar sale, but it was one of the more high dollar sales of yesterday, and it is this Nautica wool driving coat, or just like wool jacket. I actually got $45 for this jacket, which is super good. I just made a previous video of the top 5 items that are moving, and jackets is obviously one of them. As it's getting to the winter months, I've said this before, higher ticket items like jackets are going to move more and more, and yeah, this was just a great sale. I really didn't have much money into it at all, so it was almost all profit, which is fantastic. I said $10 sales add up. I said $10 sales add up really fast, but $40 sales add up even faster, which is a lot of fun. So I definitely think the consumer is getting a really awesome quality wool jacket from a great brand, Nautica. Obviously you know them. They're just a timeless American brand. So yeah, $45 sale. That was a nice chunk of the revenue from my sales from yesterday. Alright, next up is actually the most high dollar sale of yesterday, and it is this Eddie Bauer wool cardigan sweatshirt. I got $58 for the sweatshirt, which is fantastic. I actually previewed this sweatshirt in a previous video of mine. I did a thrift haul, and in that video I believe I paid, it was either $3 or $5 for the sweatshirt, so definitely a ton of profit there. But in that video I stated that wool garments hold their value really well. They sell really well, especially high quality ones. And ones from a brand like Eddie Bauer, they don't really make garments with like that thick like grandpa wool anymore. So a lot of the old school Eddie Bauer wool garments, or Columbia garments, or any of those iconic sportswear brands, they're made with that really dense wool. They're actually really sought after, and they demand a ton of money. But this one had a super cool pattern. It's probably going to be worn during the Christmas time. I think it'll fit in the Christmas time perfectly. But this was an awesome cardigan. The customer is going to be very happy. They're getting a super high quality item. And it worked out for me as well, because I'm making a ton of profit. I think both sides are going to be super happy, and yeah, that was actually my most expensive sale of yesterday, $58. Alright, and the last item I'm going to touch on is actually another jacket. This one was really cool, and it's kind of a unique item. That's why I just wanted to throw it on here. It wasn't the most high dollar sale. It was pretty average, to be honest, but it's just a really cool item. I figured I'd throw it in here, and it is this vintage Western leather jacket. This jacket is super cool. It has like a Western pattern vibe around the shoulders. It's like a mixture of leather and suede detailing. And I got $23 for this jacket. I had it listed for higher, but I accepted an offer on it, and there's a ton of profit there for me. So like I said before, if there's a ton of profit for me, I'm going to accept pretty much every single offer. So this worked out perfectly. I was able to unload another piece of my inventory, make a good amount of profit, and I think the customer's gonna be really happy. But it's just a super cool item. Figured I'd show it in here. I figured I would just justify the statement I made in my last video saying that jackets are starting to move more and more. I sold a ton of jackets, so yeah, I've been selling jackets like crazy, and it's super fun to see the styles and the types that people are picking out and purchasing. But yeah, 23 bucks, this vintage Western leather jacket. It was a great sale. Alright, honestly, I think that is all for today. I just had 7 that I want to share with you. Those are my favorite ones. A lot of the other sales were just more basic items, just kind of casual modern pieces and what have you. But these are the ones that I found more interesting from yesterday, so figured I'd throw it in there. But yeah, if you didn't know, I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So today's Wednesday, so stay tuned for Friday's video. I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and you're not going to want to miss it. And I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope I was able to show you items that you can look for in the thrift store. I hope I was able to entertain you as well, because that's my goal, to entertain and educate. And if you guys want to support this channel and my journey as a business owner, reseller, and YouTuber, I would really appreciate if you guys would consider subscribing. That way you can get notified on all my newest videos. Like I said, I post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and subscribing could really help. It could really, solidify to me that I'm building a community worth building here on YouTube. And if you want to support me even further than that, hit the thumbs up button. You've heard the spiel before. The blue thumbs up like button can really help with the YouTube algorithm and help push my content and videos to even more people, which would be fantastic. And lastly, if you want to talk to me, if you want to give me feedback, criticism, whatever, hit me up in the comment section down below. I would love to have some dialogue with you guys down there. I think that would be super rad. But yeah, I guess this is it until Friday. I'm excited to see you guys then. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap up the video. I am excited to see you guys on Friday. And until then, peace.